Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Today we have got a UEFA Champions League must-win match preview for Chelsea versus AC Milan. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the George Benson football channel. After tonight's game against Milan, 6 things we learnt will be uploaded straight away. It's the match review series that we do, and today we're going to build my starting 11. We're going to take a little look at AC Milan. We're going to take a look at Chelsea's group and why, after 2 matches with only 1 point, having played against Dynamo Zagreb and RB Salzburg, this is a must-win game for Chelsea Football Club. Graham Potter, 2 games in charge, 1 draw, 1 win. The win came in the Premier League in the 90th minute. We have not yet seen the fluidity of football, the speed of the football that we would like to see, but the results haven't been awful. The Salzburg draw is pretty awful, but the weekend and that win against Palace has kind of papered over the cracks of that result against Salzburg that now leaves Chelsea in a bit of a predicament against an AC Milan team who I think they're 5th or 6th in Serie A right now. They're only 3 points off the top. Napoli are top. They also won 6-1 last night, and I think Napoli beat Milan 2-1 in what looks now a bit like a 6-pointer in Serie A. There's players that we obviously need to worry about, but the good news for Chelsea, obviously it's never good to wish injury upon players, be it your own or the opposition. Of course, you never want to wish injury upon your own players. That doesn't make any sense. But there is a long list of injuries for AC Milan, including obviously Ibrahimovic. Divock Origi loves a Champions League goal. He's injured. Alexis Saelmakers, I think is the pronunciation. He scored 2 in his opening 2 Champions League games this season. He is also injured, along with Florenzi, top right back, and a couple of other players. Also, Theo Hernandez is also out. There is a lot for Chelsea to be positive about as a result of this. AC Milan's number 1 keeper, I think it's Maignan. He's also injured, as far as I'm aware. So this could be an opportunity in the home game, because we go to the San Siro next week, which is going to be a totally different ball game. Chelsea need to win this game tonight, and I think as much as we are patiently waiting to be entertained by our Chelsea team, I think tonight it's all about getting the job done. And even though we might not have a full strength team ourselves, Jorginho picked up a little knock. He is touch and go. Kante's been training but not fully training, so I strongly suggest to Graham Potter that he doesn't rush this man back. We know just how much better Chelsea are when Kante is fully fit and in the team. And against AC Milan, they play in a 4-2-3-1. They are going to be swarming us. They press high. They like to win the ball back quickly, man marking. So Kante would have a tough time. I don't think Kante's going to feature. We've also got Mendy, who's back in training. Let me just turn off the volume of my WhatsApp. But I do think Kepa will start in goal. So without any further ado, let's take a little look. I'm going to get it up on my screen and I'll put a picture on the screen for you guys, because we've got 2 matches now against AC Milan. We're in Group E. Milan are on 4 points, Zagreb on 3. Salzburg have drawn both their games, and we are bottom of this Champions League group, and we've still got 2 to play against the team who are top. So when we look at the group, I do think Chelsea need 4 points from AC Milan, and then we've got to rectify the poor results in the first 2 matches against both Zagreb and Salzburg to win both of those, 10 points from the remaining 4, and Chelsea will qualify from this Champions League group. Absolutely no doubts about it. So, without any further ado, we begin with Graham Potter's goalkeeper of choice. It is wide open now when it comes to Chelsea's number 1. Graham Potter should be happy with the performance of Kepa at the weekend. Nothing he could have done about the goal. Made some big saves as well, and I did get a bit of criticism in the 6 things we learnt comments section, because Kepa probably deserved a box. I didn't give him one, but he did deserve it. You're absolutely right. Kepa keeps his place. I think if Mendy's just coming back, Kepa's waited a long time for consistent opportunities in this Chelsea team, and I don't think it's just because of injuries. I genuinely think that Kepa has played well in the games that he's played in. So I think Kepa must start tonight, and then we've got a back 4. This is where it gets interesting. I put on Twitter yesterday, I don't think it has been as hard as it is in this game for me to pick a Chelsea 11. When we look at what happened at the weekend, you've got Pulisic, Gallagher coming off the bench, combining for the goal. We have got Armando Broja crying out for a start. You got Mr. Champions League Kai Havertz, who is still a doubt for this game today, so I don't think Havertz will be starting. I don't think Potter's going to take any risks, considering how busy the schedule is. But one risk that I do think he might take is with Thiago Silva. I've gone with a back four of James, Fofana, Silva, and Cucurella. I think Koulibaly will probably start this game. I think it will be Fofana and Koulibaly. But I think, just in my opinion, Thiago Silva must start just because of how important he is to this Chelsea team, and it is a must-win game. I've not wrote Koulibaly off. After he scored that amazing goal against Spurs, we were buzzing. We've seen a couple of mistakes since then. He's not featured yet under Graham Potter either. But I think, realistically, Koulibaly starts tonight, whether it is on that left side of a back three or the left side of a back centre two. But my selection would be Fofana and Thiago Silva. I think Fofana hasn't really started life at Chelsea as well as he would want to, but I certainly think he's a quality player with a point to prove. And I think tonight, obviously, AC Milan, you look at the danger men. I'm worried about Tomori because I think he's going to absolutely want to prove something tonight, even as a centre-back. Rafael Leao, he's fit. Chelsea want to sign him. Graham Potter was talking about Leao in his press conference. I'm concerned about this guy. He's explosive, he's quick, he's incisive, and then the small matter of Olivier Giroud in the middle, which maybe could be why Thiago Silva misses out. Koulibaly, slightly more athletic, could be in there to combat the height issue opposed by Olivier Giroud. We know how good this man is in this competition. Scored massive goals on our road to lifting the trophy just less than 2 years ago. So that's my back four. Cucurella's in there instead of Chilwell. I think Chilwell is struggling a little bit at the moment. Cucurella's back training. He's ready for the game tonight. And I think with a back four, which is what I've gone with a 4-4-2 formation. It'll probably look a bit more like a 4-2-2-2. Guys, it's difficult to get those out with these formations. Don't want to make the same mistake as Bowley. My midfield, I've gone with Pulisic on the right, Kovacic and Gallagher in the middle, and Raheem Sterling over on the left. I do think this would probably look slightly more like a 4-2-2-2 when it comes to the structure, quite similar to what we saw at the weekend away at Crystal Palace. Raheem Sterling, very important to this Chelsea team. Pulisic, a lot of people have, there's been a bit of a debate. People say that you can't just get one assist and then immediately funnel yourself back into the first team. What I liked about Pulisic's performance when he came on was the urgency. Pulisic's got a point to prove, and it isn't just to win a place in Graham Potter's Chelsea 11. Whenever a new manager comes in, there's an opportunity for everyone. And I do think Potter is the kind of manager that will look at what hasn't maybe gone so well so far during his first 2 games in charge, and then look at that positive impact that both Pulisic and Gallagher had when they came on. And that is why I think both of them have earned the right to start this game. Yes, it's a massive Champions League night. Yes, this will be the biggest European night that Conor Gallagher's ever played. The man's ready, and he proved it by scoring a winner at the weekend. My front two, with Kai Havertz not being fully ready, Broja starts with Aubameyang. Aubameyang was magnificent at the weekend. We saw everything we'd want to see from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He got his first goal, and I think he might kick on in this game tonight. It's not going to be easy. We know that. Broja's also got a point to prove. And I think he's looked sharp when he's been introduced to matches this season. And I want to see them both playing. If Kai Havertz isn't fully fit, I think with all of the schedule that we've got right now, with so many matches coming thick and fast, I don't think Potter's going to mess around with any of the team selections when it comes to bringing players in. There is depth in this Chelsea squad. We still haven't seen a single minute this season for new signing Dennis Zakaria. I think we might see him tonight. He's been useful in the past, and obviously he knows the way that AC Milan play a lot better than a lot of our players do. Mason Mount's on the bench as well. I do think there will be elements of rotation in the upcoming games, which is another reason why it's become so hard to predict Graham Potter's 11. But there's a few changes in here, and a few players that deserve to start, who I think will. What is my score prediction for Chelsea AC Milan? We've got to win this. It's at Stamford Bridge. Remember last season, or was it the season before? We beat Juventus 4-0 at the Bridge. We showed up to that game. We need to do the same today. I do think it's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be pretty. But I think Chelsea 2, AC Milan 1. I think Rafael Leao's going to score a screamer. And I think Olivier Giroud will hit the post with a diving header in the final minute of the game, which I really don't hope is the case, because then my heart palpitations will be significantly, unnecessarily high. But yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. AC Milan are a good team. 3 points off the top in Serie A. But Chelsea have to win. If we don't win this tonight, we are precariously hovering over the exit door in the group stage of the Champions League. So, let me know your Chelsea starting 11 in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of my team and your score prediction. And I'll see you after the game. Come on, you Blues.